Hey dump truckers, Dominique here. Before we get started, if you have not yet subscribed, please do now. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by my 3-year anniversary on YouTube. Now, as most of you know, I have been in the trucking business since 2006. In 2006, at the ripe old age of 21, I got my Class A CDL. Getting my CDL had been a dream of mine since I was 3 years old. I spent the next year working for a Washington-based trucking company called Brownline, driving team. After that year, I decided that it was time to follow my dream in a different direction, and that direction was construction. I'd wanted to get into a truck and trailer dump truck since I was a teenager. I looked and looked for a job driving a dump truck, but no one wanted to hire me with no experience. I ended up taking a job driving and operating a hydroseeder. That led me to meet people that then helped me get a job driving an old 1978 Mack dump truck. By 2017, I started to dream of something bigger than working for a large construction company with 60 trucks. I wrote a business plan and I searched for startup money. I never found it. I took a job working for a small union construction company later that year, which proved to be the best decision for me at that time. Working for a smaller company where you know everyone you work with was much better and much more enjoyable for me, but I still got the nagging feeling that I was missing out on something bigger. In the fall of 2021, I told my husband that it was time. It was time to buy our first truck. We decided to go for a cheap truck at auction that we could pay cash for and fix up. I want to share with you a cool new product I found in the fragrance category. This happens to be Scentbird's new sister company, and you all know how I love Scentbird and everything that they do. Drift creates air care products for your car and for your home. All materials they use are sustainable, and their scents are made with natural, essential, and fragrance oils. Their car products include stone and wood freshener. For home, they have candles, reeds, and home sprays. Drift is truly a one-stop shop to make your home and car smell amazing. Their car products start from $8 and home products range from $15 to $34. What's cool about their car freshener is that you can get it as a subscription. First, you'll receive a starter kit with the clip and the scent that you want, and you can just get a monthly refill as they recommend changing it every 30 days. The best part is their scent of the month, which features a new limited edition scent. They're inspired by the season and the memories and emotions attached to it. Each month, you'll get to discover a new scent, but it also helps Drift stick to its sustainability message and produce almost made-to-order products. Their subscription is very flexible. You can change your scent choice, your delivery frequency, or cancel your subscription at any time. Make sure you use coupon code DOM55 for 55% off your first month at drift.co. The truck that I thought would go for cheap, as it was very beat up, ended up selling for $96,000. I felt defeated at that point. At the end of November 2021, I found out that a friend of mine was selling one of his trucks. I called him and asked him how much he wanted. His reply, although a lot, was reasonable for what I was watching very poorly maintained trucks go for at auction. I mustered up the courage to ask for family support from one of my husband's family members, and by the grace of God, he agreed to lend us the money. On December 17th, 2021, I got into the service truck with my husband and drove to my friend's house. As we signed the paperwork and I handed over the check, Bobby warmed up our new 2003 Kenworth T800 truck and pup dump truck. I now had what I had been dreaming of, my own dump truck. I cried on the way home, tears of joy. Now, I bet you're wondering why I'm telling you all of that, especially if you've been following me for a while. Well, the answer is I made mistakes when I started, and I hope I can help other people avoid them. Number one, when opening a new business, I didn't know how to do it correctly, especially a trucking company. I called around looking for a business lawyer to set up my LLC, but I couldn't find anyone who was taking new clients. My mistake was that rather than keep looking, I went ahead and did it myself. Later on, I had to hire someone to go back and change a lot of the things and build my structure correctly. If I could go back and do it differently, I would have searched until I found someone knowledgeable about the process and hired them in the first place. Number two, when setting up my company bank accounts, I made the mistake of using a national bank rather than a local one. The national bank can be great for some things, but I found their customer service to be very lacking. I switched the majority of my banking to a local community bank after about 6 months that provided me with the level of customer service that I expected and a level of community that I needed. Number three, I obviously started my company in December. That was my mistake, and yet not my worst one. It would have been much easier to start out had I started in the spring or summer. Winter can be slow, and a lot of people keep the trucks they normally work with busy and don't necessarily want to branch out with new companies. Now for my worst mistake. Number four, this one kept me up at night. Not starting out with lots of capital. Now going into buying a truck, we had a plan to spend a little at a time and get going once the truck was roadworthy. With the truck market how it was, that was pretty much impossible. We had an opportunity and we took it. When we started the business, we had $5,000 in cash in the bank, which came from selling my car, and we pulled the entire $15,000 balance out of a credit card at 0% interest for 8 months. I had to be very frugal with the money that we had in the bank to pay the sales tax on the truck, buy tabs and tonnage, make the truck payments, keep fuel in the truck, pay for insurance and maintenance. It took about 4 months for money to be coming in regularly. It can take up to 120 days to get paid for work that you've done. It was a very stressful time. We made it through. It just would have been much easier had we had more capital in the bank. I would say something closer to 40,000 in the bank would have been much better for starting out. It's not where we started. Thanks to Drift for sponsoring this video. Check them out in the link below. All right, dump truckers, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.